Alright, I'm back. Okay, so washed everything off. Is this a little bit of a residue here, but... And now I'm back to do the third amazing Asian queen on our TVs. It's Niohuru X, okay, or Vampire at Vampire Chinese on Instagram. Okay, she's been an inspiration to me for a very long time. I used to go to her Instagram just to get inspiration sometimes before, okay, and now she's on Dragula, okay, and slaying the competition. Okay, so it's going to be a bit of a dermatology and drag also because I'm going to talk a little bit about her hairstyle. This is what we call frontal fibrosing alopecia, okay, in dermatology. And yes, let's get spooky, I guess. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm back, and I think this time I'm going to be doing a bald cap. I've never really done this before. The only time I've ever seen this is on Glow Up, so I really hope I get this right. So I think this is cut the... I think this is the way to do it. Okay, and then you got to get it over the ear. So I think I watched something where you just have to cut this like that. This goes behind the ear. So here you just cut towards okay, and now we have to spirit gum this whole thing down. Okay, actually instead of spirit gum I think I will be using Prozaid. So just gonna clean off the skin there a little bit. Okay, no face tapes for this look. I'll just do everything in with the liners. Niohuru X and Dragula. I think Dragula this season has been quite interesting. They kept promising that it was supposed to be some sort of new and improved Dragula, but in the end, it's become quite formulaic, and it's looking more and more like Drag Race. Okay, with a new stage and the way that they do mini challenges, or they call it fright feats. Okay, the formula is getting closer and closer to Drag Race, and as I think it was Alaska who was saying, Drag Race has perfected the formula, so why try to do something different, right? Anything else that tries to do something different is always sort of just missing the mark a little bit. Okay, so after this is tacky. Eh? You can come in yourself, ah. Harlem keeps coming to visit me. Come, Harlem. Yeah. You want to show people why you're so naughty? Why you keep coming to look at me? Harlem. Okay, come, got. Okay, but the contestants this time are really something else. Just putting down the... Okay, and I think I have to dissolve this with acetone. See that if that helps. That works. Okay, I got some acetone here. Let's hope this works. And a little bit of a Q-tip. Pour some of this out. See whether this works. Oh wow, yeah, look. Melting. Wow, that works. Look. Do that all the way around. Yeah, so Dragula, one thing that it really has going for it is that the cast is super diverse and super talented. Okay, all the winners so far, people like Dali, Victoria Elizabeth Black from Titans, Landon Cider, they're all really good at crafting their outfits and making these really elaborate looks. Okay, this season, people like Throb Zombie, I'm really impressed with Throb Zombies. I actually want to do a Throb Zombie inspired look one day. And of course Niohuru X, who does a lot of her stuff 3D printed. Okay, wow, seamless look. Bald cap. Cool. Okay. The back I'm gonna leave it. Alright, so now I'm just gonna block my brows and I'll be right back to continue this discussion. Okay, so I've got my brows gone, and I've also put my masking tape a little bit further back so I can clip in my... I'm gonna try to clip in my wig there. Now I'm just going to go in and do my foundation. It's going to be much lighter this time, okay, because Niohuru X has quite a pale look going on. So I'm going to be using Alabaster, my Maron Alabaster. Almost white. Okay, and I'm going to mix this in with Porcelain, my AOA Porcelain. Okay, this gives me a little bit of human color all the way up there. Okay, Niohuru has no brow, so it's going to be a browless look. This needs to be a little bit more full coverage. Just adding a little bit more 2W. Okay, so this look, what I was talking about, my dermatology and drag, this frontal fibrosing alopecia, is a form of hair loss, in women especially, okay, where the hairline just seems to be receding all the way back. It's different, slightly different from male pattern hair loss, because male pattern hair loss, you get this M-shaped hairline, where you get regression of the temples like that way, but in women, frontal fibrosing alopecia, the hairline just goes all the way back. So if you see some women with like this kind of hair, where the hairline kind of starts here, they might have this condition called frontal fibrosing alopecia. And most of the time, they lose their eyebrows as well. And yes, Niohuru is a browless queen. Frontal fibrosing alopecia, not a lot of people know why it happens. Okay, it might be a variant of what we call a lichen planopilaris, which is another form of scarring alopecia, which means that the hair doesn't grow back. And some people have postulated whether it could be the secondary to the use of sunscreens, but that has more or less been debunked. Okay, I'm going to go in with my 070, intensify the center of the face to really give some coverage to those brows as well. When you look really closely at patients with frontal fibrosing alopecia, we use a dermoscope and you can actually see what we call lonely hairs. So you can see sometimes that these patients have like just one hair growing up from here and everything else is smooth, completely smooth. You don't see any hair at all. Okay, and now with contour, I'm going to contour with a slightly grayer shade. This time I will use my color case. Manny, is this one? A cool tone gray. Okay, and I'm going to be mixing that a little bit with my AOA. Mix it, test patch here. Okay, this light gray, I'm just going to contour very lightly. Okay, and blend, make it a little bit more seamless. And also bring that up into the hair. Harlem is making a lot of noise outside. Alright, and then go in and start off on the crease a little bit there. Just to contour, give my brow some shape here. Okay, so blended everything down, very pale. Okay, now I am going to set everything and start my tattoos up there. So this time I'm going to be setting with my completely translucent powder. So I've set everything with powder, and now I'm going to use some setting spray and make this waterproof so I can put on my fake tattoos. Alright, I'm going in with my Trixie. Melt the powders into the creams. Okay, let that dry. After that's dry, I'm going to use my waterproof green marble sealer. It stinks to high heaven, but it really makes things waterproof. And make sure that dries too. Try some hairspray. I bought one of these sleeve temporary tattoos and I cut it up into little pieces, okay, so it's symmetrical, so I can try to get kind of a shape of what Niohuru actually has on her forehead. So got some water and a paper towel, okay, make sure that's damp. So this one is supposed to be one that's right in the middle. Okay, that's a bit too big, so I can actually cut this smaller too. Hers is of course much more intricate. I just want it to be kind of like there. Let's hope this works. The water might just completely lift off my makeup. Oh yeah, look. It worked. Okay, great. Okay, so next I have these two shapes and they will go on either side of this. Perfect. Okay, well, almost perfect. I can always just fill in the last few bits with liner. Okay, so that's the idea. Perfect. Nice. Okay. And this is quite fun. I'm just going to do a bit more of this and I'll be right back. Alright, okay, this actually worked out pretty well, okay? I got it pretty much symmetrical. I messed up one of them, so these two are not really symmetrical, but I found this other goat head one. Niohuru has actually a dragon, but this kind of looks close, so it's going to be that. I got my asymmetrical eye, one red, one circle, okay? And now I'm just going to go in and do the rest. Okay, most of her look is just mainly liner, so it's just a really big liner, okay, and no brows, very, very mild contouring, hardly any contouring at all. Going back into my Epic ink liner, and I'm just going to draw my big wing. Actually, the lines are all crisp. Yeah, so Niohuru X, she's on Instagram, she's Vampire Chinese. She also brings in a lot of cultural stuff to her drag. Okay, the first episode she won with a Hu Li Jing, the nine-tailed fox look, and she also won with this other kind of a mask look for the neon runway. She is really, really super talented. She even did one Paint Me Bitch with Willem before. And she is like almost like the fashion girl of Dragula. Okay, she came into the competition with a clothing line and everything already. I do want to make it a little bit of my own and give myself that little pop of white. Okay, and then go around with the liner. And the liner here, you know, it's not really smoked out or anything. It's quite a solid line. Yeah, there, okay. Vampire Chinese. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'm just setting everything with black now. Not even bothering to smudge everything out too much. Okay, so going into contour. I'm going to contour with a fresh brush with a more grays this time. I need a very light gray. Okay, I'll use this Bare Cheeks. Not really grey, but this very, very, just a touch. This is almost like a blush actually. Okay, let's use a bit of that. Okay, this just gives a little bit of a shadow, not too much. It just brings that flesh tone a little bit back, so I'm just going to blush with that. Going to use that a little bit over the eyes here. So that gives me some depth there. I'm using my Warrior 2 palette by Juvia's Place, this perfect light grey to contour. And bring this powder up into the hairline as well. It's a bit of a gaunt face. Niohuru also has quite a good storyline as well. They actually showed that her parents don't know she does drag. Okay, and they already had quite a hard time when she came out as trans, that she is not sure how they will receive her when they see her on the main stage of Dragula. Okay, it's a very, very light grey, so everything is very subtle. Alright, so I think all this needs is a lip and some gems. Okay, I'm going to put kind of these silver studs on either side of my nose to make me look like I have a stud or something. I'm almost done. I'm just going to throw on a lip, a few more details there and put on the wig, and I'll be right back with the finished look. Alright, so this is my Niohuru inspired look. I'm quite happy how this bald cap turned out. Alright, it looks so seamless, okay, and you know, I had quite a bad bald cap fiasco with my Sacha Velour look about 2 years ago, but I'm very glad I managed to do this. Okay, this is the Graftobian hair. Okay, and yeah, so this is probably going to be my last video of the year. Okay, I will be trying to post some of the full shows of my Quabres this year. Okay, I still owe you, I think, the movies, Y2K, Burlesque, and the Christmas show. I'm not sure whether I get all those up on the channel. Alright, okay, so hope Niohuru sees this. I have ordered some of her amazing jewelry, so please don't forget to support her. Okay, she's an amazing Chinese artist. And yes, if I don't see you before then, Happy New Year, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next year. Bye. Looks a bit Van der Von Oddish as well. some of this. I feel like some of this needs some color. Don't forget to check out my Quaberets, okay? Quaberet Christmas in Toyland was an amazing success. And of course, the burlesque, the BTS is here. Full shows will be up soon, I hope.
Bye.